Magandang hapon mga kapamilya, narito pa rin tayo sa Phil Oil Flying V Center sa lungsod ng San Juan. And now, while it might be gloomy outside, but our volleyball stars continue to shine bright today sa arena and leading the pack para sa pangalawang laban ngayong hapon. It's a Saturday doubleheader that we're having end-to-end today's volleyball action. It will be the Choco Mucho Flying Titans against the Philippine Air Force. Mga kapamilya, napapanood niyo po kami live via Liga HD, live stream via iWant as the #1 sports website sa Pilipinas, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL at sa Premier Volleyball League.com. Now, it's an all-girl panel na makakasama niyo po ngayong hapon. And of course, ako po, si Denise Densay. And of course, beside me right now to analyze today's game is none other than Miss Noringo. And to complete our panel, we have Roxanne Montealegre. So let's not delay it any longer, mga kapamilya. This is the PVL 2019.
Welcome to Day 27 of the Open Conference dito sa Premier Volleyball League, mga kapamilya. Choco Mucho struggled against Banco Perlas, losing in 3 straight sets last October 9. At noong October 6 naman, ang Air Force naman ang shutdown ng Valley Pure in a 5-setter match. So ang tanong ngayon, hindi lang sino ba ang mag-bounce back today, but who will soar more? Will it be the Flying Titans or Air Force?
Thank you so much for that, Rox. Now, how are you all feeling this beautiful Saturday afternoon?
Terrific. You?
Great.
Feeling a bit sick kasi everyone's medyo sa weather. But of course, you have to power through that like our volleyball players din ngayon.
That's true. Parang yun yung motto rin ng mga volleyball players. Dahil sunod-sunod yung mga games nila. Pero Noreen, how are our volleyball players and the teams faring right now? May pag-asa pa ba yung both teams to make it in the semis?
Well, the road to the semifinals actually almost na high definition. You can see Creamline 12-0, Petrogas 9-3, Banco Perlas Motolite 9-5, Pacific Town Army 6-6, Choco Mucho 6-6, Air Force 4-7, Valley Pure 4-11, and Chef's Class is here 15. So you can see some separation already between the top 4 teams and the rest of the pack.
So, but still, every win and every game is still as important. Pero let's talk about a recap of what happened during the Air Force and the Choco Mucho game before that just happened a month and a day ago. And that was 5 sets. So do you think it will be a repeat of that this afternoon?
Seriously, it could, because in that match, obviously, they're even. They both want to win, but in that match, Choco Mucho just became another victim in the 5 game winning streak of itong Air Force. Choco Mucho dominated in spikes and in digs, Air Force, blocks, aces, points off errors, and all the non-scoring skills. So it's going to be close in today's game.
Oh, so close that's why all of our audiences and fans have to stay in tune. And how can they do that, Rox?
Syempre, they can use the hashtag PVL2019 and they can make some noise over on Twitter at ABS-CBN Sports. At syempre, tanongin din natin, naamoy nyo ba kung mag-5 sets today? Pero bago tayo dyan, syempre may mga comments and photos din na gusto kong i-share. Pumunta lamang kayo sa Instagram account namin at ABS-CBN Sports para dyan. At syempre, don't forget to visit the #1 Philippine sports website, sports.abs-cbn.com. At ngayon naman, happy na ako na to announce na meron tayong papremyo.
Yes!
Sa mananalo sa 1 millionth liker natin sa ating Facebook page, Premier Volleyball. I-like nyo lang yan. Nasa 991,641 na tayo. At ang mananalo nga ay merong mag-uwi ng TV Plus Go. Perfect yan sa mga taong on the go. Kung traffic ka sa commute, you can watch your kapamilya shows, diba? Kahit nasa
especially with the traffic nowadays. That's why so many things to keep you entertained. Kaya nga mga pamilya, hindi na natin patatagalin pa ito. Ito ang PVL 2019. Mga kapamilya, we welcome all our viewers whether you're watching live or here in the arena at the second game of our Saturday doubleheader. As you can see, both teams already mid-court, shaking each other's hand, ready to start this game. And again, the question, remains, will it be a 5-setter today? Pero let's discuss first yung previous game ng Choco Mucho. Well, that one, Noreen, was 3 sets. What was going on there?
Yeah, it's actually surprising for a lot of people, but Bangko Perlas was just a team with a mission, semi-final, so they won it. They played really well, but the positive side there in that match, Choco Mucho had the better reception. So they want to use that into today's game. But one thing, Kat Tolentino was the only player to score in double figures, so they have to step up if they want to win today's game.
That's true. And now joining us here in our panel is, of course, the setter of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, AC Masangkay. Now, AC, kamusta naman ngayon yung Choco Mucho? Ready na ba kayo to bounce back? How fired up are the Flying Titans this afternoon?
This afternoon talaga, sabi sa amin ng coach namin, no matter what happen talaga, kailangan manalo talaga kasi importante itong game na to.
Well, for me, it's more of your performance so far, Siyempre, coming into this conference, you have your own expectations. Na-meet nyo ba? Are you above it? Are you below it? So, how are you faring?
As of now talaga, hindi pa talaga as in above talaga. Kasi sabi nga ng coach namin, kailangan matutunan namin lahat talaga ng mga nilalaro namin. Kasi as a new team talaga dito sa league na to, sabi ng coaches namin ay mga teammates namin na kailangan talaga manalo kasi kada game talaga importante.
That's true. And we're excited to see all of the lessons that you've learned na i-apply to today's game. Thank you so much, AC.
Thank you.
You can go back to practicing. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now, yun na nga, Noreen, na kahit Bangko quite dominated the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, there's one person and there's one area that they were able at least to outscore the Bangko Perla Spikers, and that was in receptions. And that's all thanks to Kim Hekeliana.
Yeah, I mean, we know Kim. For those who followed her career, she's a spiker, she can be a libero. So she's doing it both in offense and in defense in that game. Although losing cause, 6 points, 14 digs, 14 receptions. So, she's a second libero, so to speak. So hopefully today, again, she will produce the same numbers.
That's true. Now it's all gonna be about offense and defense. Pero mga kapamilya, sa ating pagbabalik, pupunta naman tayo sa kabilang koponan. So stay tuned pa rin. Huwag kayong aalis. This is the PBL 2019. And now let's talk about the previous game of the Air Force when they were, defeated and outlasted by our Bali Pure Purest water defenders. What happened? Ano yung naging edge doon ng ating Bali Pure Purest water defenders?
Yeah, it's actually a sorry loss for Air Force, no? Because had they won that, they would still be in contention and they would re-establish that momentum. A lot of people said that they did not really play their game. The water defenders won in spikes, blocks, and all the non-scoring skills. But one thing that I have to clear, no? The water defenders committed 50 errors as compared to 31. So obviously Air Force did not take advantage of these errors. So hopefully into today's game, they will. The little errors that the opponents commit, they can take advantage and hopefully win in today's game.
Yeah, it's all about maximizing and whatever you can, they can get, might as well take it.
Right.
And now joining us, of course, is Panpan Pantino, the energy also ng ating Philippine Air Force. Now, Panpan, you had the 2-1 set lead, pero ano nangyari dahil medyo nakulang kayo na hindi nyo na na-close yung set?
Siguro nagkulang din talaga kami. Nawalan kami ng kumpiyansa din sa sarili. Yun naman lagi kapag umaabot kami ng fifth set, kailangan talaga dun puso. Tibay na lang po ng loob and then talagang yung mental toughness. Yun po.
I remember before, Pan, sinabi noon may Japanese coach kayong pumasok. Nandyan pa din ba yung Japanese?
Wala po siya.
Pero you were able to create a 4 or 5 game winning streak, no? So, ano malo-learn nyo there in those yung 5-game winning streak na pwede mo i-apply into today's game?
Siguro po kailangan namin ibalik yung dati naming kumpiyansa, yung ingay, yung tiwala sa isa't isa. Kasi po, sa amin kasi pag once na nahimik na kami, ay wala na para na kaming para ba kaming nakulam. Parang ganun
nakulam
ba? Oo. Parang ganun ba yung nangyari? Pero wag naman sana.
Nakunwan. Sana all good vibes and good luck lang dito sa PBL. Pero excited na kami na makita ulit yung kumpiyansa, yung confidence, yung ingay na sinasabi mo na talagang yun yung meron sa Philippine Air Force, Panpan. So thank you so much. Good luck in today's game.
Thank you din po.
So sana nga rin hindi tayo kulamin.
Gulat ako na.
Ako rin, na-shock din. Pero let's talk about really how Panpan is always just ready na kahit yun nga, nawawalan ng kumpiyansa yung mga teammates niya. For her, that's one thing that never changes and that never leaves.
No, actually, one thing, for her fans, at the start of the conference, medyo struggling siya in terms of performance, but slowly but surely her game was coming out in that last match versus Bali Pure. 16 points, 16 digs, all-around performance, which they're going to rely on against Choco Mucho today.
That's why we have so many things to look forward to. Will it be, the confidence and the kumpiyansa na ating Philippine Air Force or magwawagi na ba ang Choco Mucho Flying Titans who are also trying to redeem themselves after all of that losses. Pero mga kapamilya, samahan niyo po kami online by tweeting us at ABS-CBN Sports with the hashtag PBL2019 and you can also check out our Instagram page that's at ABS-CBN Sports and yun na nga ang ating 1 millionth liker for our Facebook page, Premier Volleyball League. You will have a chance to win TV Plus Go. So there's so many things here to keep you on your toes and of course excited para sa ating mga games. But also joining us, of course, to provide good music is none other than DJ Louie. As you can see, also enjoying all of our volleyball action this afternoon. Pero mga kapamilya, sa ating pagbabalik, sisimulan na po natin ang ating pangalawang laban dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference.
our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Mr. Bobby Celso. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Let's begin with their team captain, number 7, Madeleine Ronea Madayag. At number 1, Mary Grace ng Masangkay. Wearing jersey number 10, Katrina May Tolentino. At number 14, Isabel Beatriz De Leon. Number 18, Cassandra Morel Hequiliana. At number 24, Manila Santos ng. Liberos are number 6, Sheila Marie Pineda, and number 12, Dancel Jan Dusaran. Head coach, Mr. Oliver Almadro. Presenting our Philippine Air Force JECASA Lady Jet Spikers. Team captain is Sergeant Wendian Semana at number 7. Wearing jersey number 6, Airwoman First Class Mayan Pantino. Number 11 is Airwoman First Class Judy Ann Caballejo. Number 12, Airwoman Second Class Joy Gazelle Cases. Number 13, Airwoman Second Class Del Palomata. And number 16, Airwoman First Class Angel May Antipuesto. Liberos are number 1, Airwoman Second Class May Denise Crisostomo. And number 5, Airwoman Second Class Marianne Balmaceda. Head coach, Master Sergeant Jasper Jimenez. This is the 61st.
And this is it, the second game for our Saturday doubleheader. As you can see here, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And finally, Noreen, you can see that Bea De Leon is back. And I don't know what that spells for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, but it seems like our fans here in the Phil Flying V Center are very much delighted to see their idol playing again.
For sure. I mean, a lot of Bea De Leon fans have been waiting for this moment.
And here you can see our Lady Jet Spikers. Yun na nga, si Pan Pantino. Talagang na-shocked ako na sinabi niyo kulang. I don't know how to respond to that. But I think, of course, you know, she's always been very positive. She's the reason why talagang always good energy ang nakikita natin sa Air Force despite all their losses and the performance that they've been having here in our open conference.
Yeah, and they had their moments, diba? When I was talking about the four-game, well, based on the standings, 4-game winning streak. Parang they had their moments of greatness, so that they're hoping to learn nga from those 4 games.
For the Flying Titans.
But I just wanted, let's break it down. Talagang coming into this open conference tournament, na sinabi nga ni Pantan Pantino na talagang gigil na silang maglaro because they've been practicing for a year, but come this open conference, it seems like would you say na pag-iwanan na sila ng other teams?
No, I think more of diesel. You know, it's a diesel start for them. Also, probably nerves. And guys, sabihin mo, veterans, if you've been away for quite a while, when you come back, there are nerves that will set in. So, you know, it took time for them to get their bearings. Finally, we saw that winning streak. So, hopefully, you know, like in conferences later, they don't start that slow.
That's true, but so far, starting strong are Choco Mucho Flying Titans, but that strong hit by Del Palamata will give a point for Air Force Lady Jet Spikers.
Pantino.
1 serving 2.
Serving
Mayan Pantino. Reception by Kim Hequiliana. Ibigay kay Catolentino, but Pantino was there. Semana will be giving it. And early celebrations here for set 1 para sa ating Air Force Lady Jet Spikers. Let's look at this replay. Semana to Caballejo. No follow-up after that first touch. And soft touch by Maddie Madayag. Pero nasalo this time around. Again, Cases fails to make it. A point for Maddie Madayag.
You can see clearly, no, so far here, the start of the game, the weakness of Air Force are the drops. So Air Force, they have to adjust in terms of floor defense.
Catolentino One of the constant and consistent double-digit scorers for Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Real.
Balmaceda, the soft touch. As Del Palomata will be serving. And we're tied at 3-3.
Well, we said they are evenly matched.
Serving for Air Force.
So we're
Jakarta.
expecting it to be neck and neck.
Ooh, another quick hit by Maddie Madayag, but this time that
Ball
was
is out.
outside.
4. Serving
Yeah,
3.
you know, sometimes you can see it in the slow-mo, no? Quickers have the tendency of trying to go cross-court, trying to
Palomata.
cut shot, do the cut shot to elude the blockers. But sometimes you don't have to do it. Like at that
Well
play,
read by
the blockers
Heliana.
were slow.
Tied at
So had
4.
she gone straight, it could have been a kill. So, you know, but sometimes you have to really read the opponent's defense before you do it.
But as we can see here, set one, parang naghahabulan lang yung both teams
Yeah.
after 1 point, and then it will go to the other. And I hope that's a good sign. But wow, the hit by Cases.
With a block.
Cross court.
5. Serving 4.
I think it is a good sign. It's going to be a hell of a match. No, because they are evenly matched, and both teams came from losses, so they
Judy
want to
Caballero.
bounce back.
Serving for the Lady
And
Jets.
I know now,
Spikers.
while they might not be able to make it na to the Final Four, of course, they still want to end strong,
Yeah.
especially for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. You know, it's just their first conference.
Net
Open
touch.
conference, rather.
Madaya.
Back-to-back
6.
points for our
Four.
Air Force.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask AC Masangkay earlier. I think based on expectations, because they are a new team.
Service.
You don't
Caballero.
expect, of course, you want to win right away, but when you survey the competition, you know that they're strong. You have goals. I want to know if really how have they met their goals? Are they
Yeah.
over? Are they under?
Oh, but
Hits the
an
antenna.
error there by Maddie.
74.
As our Air Force, Lady Jet Spikers, pull away with a 3-point lead. Let's look at this. A very rare error.
Yeah. Obviously, the set was far from her.
Service.
She tried to
Caballero.
try to go cross court, but she couldn't actually get a full hit or full contact with that ball.
Masangkay back set to Kat Tolentino.
Good thing.
We go again to Cases. Kim was there. Ooh, strong hit by Ila Santos. Cases again, but blocked by Masangkay. Punta ulit kay Ila Santos.
Santos
Whoa.
now.
Wow.
The hand
Let's
of
talk
Crisosto.
about the return again. I know it's kind of
5, 37.
overused, but Ila Santos. It's nice to see her taking a more active role for the Flying Titans this second round.
Yeah, I agree. Because when she started, the time that Coach
Team
Oliver
captain,
would put her in, we can see it's like,
Madaya.
you know, she's reserving
Yes,
something. No,
yes.
she's probably just feeling it really. But, you know, the past few hits here in this match, it's like, reminiscent of her
Leon.
before.
That's
With a
true.
quick hit.
I think finally she's
6,
gotten the confidence. So she was telling me, I remember when I interviewed her before, that there's still that hesitation because of course she doesn't want to let a lot of people down.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that she's back playing the sport that she really does love, wala eh, parang binalikan talaga yung first love and
Service.
muscle memory.
Madaya.
But
Yeah.
you can see your Choco Mucho Flying Titans really taking advantage of all those soft touches and drops.
And rightfully so, because they've
Puesto.
been scoring.
And now back-to-back
On
points
the
for
line.
Flying Titans.
First technical timeout. 8. Air Force.
Rather
Jakarta.
1 point,
6.
but then we'll go first to our first technical timeout with the Philippine Air Force leading. And mga kapamilya, we welcome you back to the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference 2019. As you can see on your screens, fans of the Motalai team who had their game a while ago actually just swept. That was quite quick
Yeah.
compared to the 5 sets that we're expecting for this game. And you can see, of course, our fans just enjoying this great matchup that we have this afternoon between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans versus our Air Force Jakarta. Pero bago yan, punta muna tayo kay Roxanne Monte Alegre para sa ating Set 1 report. Rox!
pinaka nahirapan si Coach Jasper Jimenez sa last game niya nang mawala ang isa sa dalawa niyang middle blockers na si Del Palomata. Pero ngayon, nakabalik na siya, 100% na raw at nakarecover na sa kanyang flu. Pero hindi lang si Del ang wala noon, si Judy Caballero rin who also lost her father that time. Pero ang instruction naman ni Coach is for you to focus on the good times, not on the pain. Para positive vibes pa rin ang dala-dala hanggang sa game. Kaya ngayon, siya na ang kino-consider nito na father figure. Ano ang masasabi niyo dyan, Noreen and Denise?
Oh, that's actually quite a trend with the girls that they consider some of the male coaches talaga as their fathers. And the same way that their teammates are their sisters, and that's one whole big family.
Yeah. And they spend so much time together, so rightfully so that you treat each other as a family.
But an error there by Kat Tolentino as our Air Force Lady Jet Spikers continues to pull away with a 4-point lead here in set 1.
Yeah, and you can see her here, no, in set 1. Remember, Pantino was saying, gusto nila ibalik yung ingay nila. And so far, so good for them.
Ang kulang na lang is, of course, yung kumpiyansa na usually nakikita natin sa ating Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Pero that drop, soft touch by Bea Delon was expected. And Wendy Ann Semana will be giving it to Antepuesto. They're asking for a check ball.
Antepuesto,
Yeah,
ball is out.
That was the correct call, but
7,
wasted
serving
opportunity because there's a huge hole at the back of the Choco Mucho defense. Yeah, good call. Good no call, rather. You see that huge hole there in the corner pocket.
And I think makikita naman yun nating Air Force later when they do their attacks. As we go back to our ball game again, Ila Santos cross court from the back row, Pacific Air Force. Again, back-to-back hits by Ila Santos. Naman Antepuesto, quick hit.
Oh, good save.
Wendy Ann Semana and Noreen, this is the first long rally for set 1. Blocked by Antepuesto and Pantino.
11, serving 7.
Yeah, that was a good rally for both teams. Defense, everything working for them, but this looks like Kat Tolentino burying this into the net.
And that's why the Choco Mucho Flying Titans will call for a timeout.
Ano ba minamadali mo? Simple lang. Alam mo na bibigay mo na kay Kat eh. Di alam mo na ibibigay mo. Ano pa mamadaliin mo? May malalansi ka pa ba sa ginagawa mo? Ano? Pangalawa, AC, makinig ka nga dito, tumingin ka dito. Overball yung bola. Of course, alam nila bablakin mo overball. Diretso mo i-drop. Di dalawang side. Matanda na tayong player. Let's use our mind naman. Hindi tayo kilos na lang kilos. At tagal na natin naglalaro ng volleyball. Let's go! Cut.
And yun na nga, Coach O venting out his frustrations because I'm sure he also had such high hopes for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans this conference.
Yeah, but again, no, I've witnessed a lot of new teams through the years. And they really go through that adjustment stage.
Serving.
And obviously, Choco Mucho is going through that. So, look out for them the next month.
Oh, that's true. So many things to look forward to. Based pala on how they're performing right now. Yeah, Ila Santos seeing that
spot with the corner pocket
in the back to get that point
11
to stop the bleeding for our Flying Titans. Let's look at that again.
Yeah, and you can see and actually feel the confidence of Ila Santos slowly but surely building within her.
That's true. For someone so soft-spoken, her attacks are the opposite of her. Wendy Ann, expected by Bang Pineda. Ito naman ulit, soft touch by Bea De Leon. They go to Pantino but blocked by De Leon. Balik ulit sa kanya. Nandun naman si Kim Hekeliana. And we're seeing another long rally here. And this time it will favor our Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Yeah, you can see the flow of the offense of Choco Mucho slowly but surely also getting better, getting smoother.
Service. That's not.
Making better decisions following Coach O's instruction. Pantino making a play out of that. AC goes to Kat and this time she tips it. But Del Palomata was there. Bibigay kay Pantino. Pero again, solid blocking
denied
by the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
That's a great ball right there. Bea De Leon and Kat Tolentino. They've been reading Pantino really well.
From Katipunan to the PBL. They brought their blocking here. And you see the effect of Bea De Leon being back on the court because she is one of the vocal players for the Flying Titans.
Palamata.
She is,
Quick
and
attack.
she is very infectious.
12.
Her
10.
energy, her power, as clear displayed here. But Del Palomata also finding a way between the blocks.
Speaking of power,
Team captain.
She also has so much power. And also speaking of
Air
blocks,
Force,
Del
Jacasa.
Palomata.
yeah, that's a good matchup for today's game. Del Palomata and Bea De Leon.
Marquee matchup for the second game of this Saturday doubleheader. Ooh, smart move there
Caballero over the double block.
by Capallejo.
10.
Yeah, and we always say that's what she brings to this Air Force squad. You know, her volleyball / veteran smarts.
Semana.
Samana still in the service area. It's 13, serving 10. They go to Hekeliana. Semana to Pantino. Off the hands of Bea De Leon. This time she finds a way through the double block of Tolentino and De Leon.
Serving 10.
Yeah, coverage. The blockers were actually there, so coverage needs to work double time.
Service.
Great shot and a celebration. Ito na nga ang kumpiyansa na nakikita natin sa ating Air Force Lady Jet Spikers. Kimmy breaking down that. I think was it a single block?
11,
I saw it correctly
14.
by our Lady Jet Spikers. Let's look at that again.
This will answer your question.
Yep, single block by Caballero.
Obviously, a great set by Masangkay. Just one blocker.
Bea De Leon. Serving for
And we
Choco
haven't even
Mucho.
reached our second technical timeout. And you have Bea De Leon with already 2 points, 1 attack, and 1 block so far. But
3
a
points.
service
Air
error.
Force, Jacasa.
Yeah, these errors actually creeping in for Choco Mucho.
15, serving 11.
Mayan Pantino. Serving.
Pan back in the service area. AC setting it up for Catolentino. Oh,
Good
that was
dig.
expected. Ito na nga, dahil second round, basang-basa na nila ang isa't isa. Crisostomo setting it up for Caballero with a soft touch, but Bang Pineda was there, of course. And it's the
Cross.
Pacific
Second
Air
technical
Force
timeout.
that
16,
will be leading
Air
as
Force,
we go
Jacasa.
into our second technical
11.
timeout.
Choco Mucho.
And yun na nga, Noreen, we were talking about, of course, that here in the volleyball world, everyone's a family. Kaya, you know, if you've heard about the fundraising drive that's been happening. So, the last day of the auction has been moved to tomorrow. So, that's October 13, 9 p.m. Again, this is due to the update that we got from CV's parents regarding his condition, that he will be having more chemo drugs in his upcoming phase next week. So, they might be needing the proceeds, you know, ASAP because of this. And moreover, aside from that, you know, if you can't give naman monetary, you can please pray for the kids. So they're giving away jerseys. Yung mga for Ateneo, we have Dino Wong, Pongay Gaston, Phenom in the Making, Faith Nesperos. For UST, we have the one and only Coach Koku and the Laura sisters, A and EJ. And para sa ating Choco Mucho, si Bang Pineda, of course, De Leon, Madeag, Tolentino, and Baroga, just to name a few.
Yeah.
So we can see the movement again. Everyone's just here for each other.
Heartwarming. You know, if you can actually lend a hand to somebody in need, priceless.
That will be very much
Cases
appreciated.
with
But
a cross-court
there's
kill.
Cases definitely
17,
lending her hand
12.
to our Air Force team para tuloy-tuloy ang puntos para sa ating Philippine Air Force Lady Jet Spikers here. So much confidence and joy that we're seeing.
Yeah, and that hit was actually really, really much appreciated also by Air Force.
Oh, this time, single
Well read
block
by
by Caballero
Antipuesto.
after that hit by Kim Hekeliana. Kaya
Timeout.
tatawag ulit si
Choco
Coach
Mucho.
O ng timeout.
Ano yung challenge mo, Kim? Kat, look. Tatarget dito eh. Asa ba pinapatarget? Pangalawa, why are you challenging this him? I'm telling you dito eh, dito. Eh kapag nakita may dumating na block, natatakot ka na paluin dun eh. Ang taas-taas ng reach, inaabangan ka lang dito oh. Lahat ng pinalo mo, nandito lang oh. Wala ka pa napatay eh.
Let's go. Keep talking.
Kim.
Ayun na nga, Coach O asking. You can see the big bosses, of course, watching their players with intense faces. Now, this is an even matchup that we have this afternoon.
Del Palomata.
As Del Palomata, that's 18, serving 12.
Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable lead for Air Force.
And I don't think they want to let their guard down. Caballejo.
Good save.
Kim again, this time going the other way around, but that was expected. Oh, single block by Maddie Madayag.
By Madayag.
Oh, that's
18,
Maddie Madayag
18.
doing what she does best. And I was looking at Caballero and her reaction, it's like, okay.
Oops.
Yep. If I can
Didn't
do
see
it
that
again.
coming.
1 out,
Diba?
15,
If I can
Palek,
give me
in.
that play back.
10 out. 11. Tikar in.
Pasok si Palek and Tikar para sa ating Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And let's see what Coach O has brewing for us this afternoon. I think he's eager to switch things up.
Yeah. Well, of course, they're down. 13 serving 18. You want to change things up.
Great serve there again by Kim Hekeliana. Cases. Ooh. Oh. Great save there. Antepuesto, asking for it, pero kay Caballero, ibibigay ni Semana.
Good dig.
Wendy and Semana. Caballero, soft touch. Bang. Oh, another long rally here. Quick reflex as we're seeing from both teams.
Still alive.
And the energy here is just out of this world.
Yeah. It's still alive.
Caballero trying to end it, but nope. Ila Santos this time around. Great floor defenses that we're seeing from both teams. And this feels like forever, Noreen.
It does. It's a Dusaran Balmaceda showdown.
Too far to reach for Madayag. 19.
I think really, Denise, that was already fatigue on the side of Choco
Air Force
Mucho because
Jacasa.
it was a great
11
rally.
out, 10.
You know, it's a
Papa, in.
Balmaceda
7
Dusaran
out,
showdown
9.
at the back, doing
Cabalsa,
great. But
in.
of course, with long rallies, you get tired, and that last play just said it all.
That's true, but imagine, you saw the composure of our Philippine Air Force. That never did they
Serving for the
buckle.
Lady Jet Spikers.
Everything they were all in place. Strong serve there. Tikar. Error, I think, will be called.
And I think it was a net violation by Antipuesto.
And that's a needed point for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. The 5-point lead na, 5-point lead na ang ating Air Force Lady Jet Spikers.
Serving for Choco Mucho.
Ito na nga yung sinasabi ni Coach O. I think he's really expecting more, of course, from Maddie Madayag, who's only had 1 point so far in set 1.
Oh, good dig by Maddie on cue.
And double block. Isa pa, bibigay. We're seeing great net defense from our Air Force. Soft touch by Ila Santos.
Oh,
Ball is out. 15
And
to
an attack
19.
error.
yeah, the Joy Cases. But what about Maddie's digs? I mean, she's showing another side to her game.
Those are rare also. Usually we see her in the net.
Service. Madayag.
But that was needed to be able to get that point as our Choco Mucho Flying Titans continue to creep in behind our Lady Jet Spikers. Wendy and Semana. Again, this time it's the Choco Mucho Flying Titans that are
16,
outlasting
19. Substitution.
the Air Force.
Jacasa.
Kaya babalik eh.
Out
Yeah,
11.
you know, I was looking at this
Caballero
rotation
in.
of Choco Mucho
Nine
earlier,
out,
saying,
seven.
okay, so
Semana
it was
in.
Palek who actually was playing middle before, right? Because Beas in, Palek's now playing the opposite. So interesting change also for Choco Mucho.
Madayan.
So this kind of lineup is working for Choco Mucho, but I think kaya nga binalik si Semana is to get that groove back on because humahabol na nga. Oh!
Oh, still alive, still alive.
Still alive! Semana this time
Semana
around.
with the 1-2 play.
Right in the middle.
20-16.
Wow, you know, that was just a smart second ball over.
Substitution.
What a save there,
Air Force
though.
Jacasa.
Look at this.
Out 14.
Semana just
Wow.
surprising everyone here.
And you know what is great about that? It's nothing spectacular. She just knew what to do at the right time.
She saw what was missing and kung saan yung walang coverage ng Choco Mucho Flight Titans at dun niya ninagay ang bola.
Yep.
Tekar. Oh, a misreceived
Alec
there.
with an off-speed
Reception
shot.
error.
17-20.
Yeah, sayang, no? Actually, miscue between
Substitution.
Crisostomo and Noval.
Choco Mucho.
But great
11
dance
out,
that we're seeing
10.
from Tekar and
Tolentino
Palek.
In.
Pero
15
ito,
out. 1. Kasangkay.
babalik si
In.
AC on the court. And Kat Tolentino
AC
has
Masangkay.
now the 6-point lead of our
Serving for the
Air
Flying
Force Lady Jet
Titans.
Spikers is cut down into 3 by our Flying Titans. Semana to Pantino from the back.
Tino. Ball is out.
But that is too strong. And a timeout will be called by
Timeout.
Coach
Air Force
Jasper.
Jacasa.
Okay, sa maganda receive tayo. Ha? Ready tayo. Lahat ng pinapasok dyan, dapat naka-ready. Okay? Hindi yung tsaka dyan lang kayo mag-warm up. Hey guys, focus tayo sa maganda receive. Ha? Pasukan mo. Okay? Ato. Okay, go. Gawa natin paran. Okay, go.
Ayun na nga, nakikita na natin ang kumpiyansa sa ating Philippine Air Force, but Coach Jasper reminding them that while their confidence is there, they shouldn't be complacent.
Yeah. And you can see Jonathan Mang of the father of Choco Mucho and Creamland. And Sir Alan, no? Alan Acero.
It's a big family. He's also one of the fathers.
Yep.
And now it's just a 2-point lead. Nakabawi agad ang ating Choco Mucho Flying Titans
Si
after
Masangkay,
that stop by
serving.
Tekar and Palek.
Oh,
And
a
score.
serve by Masangkay. What a time for that to
lang.
come.
And now it's a 1-point lead. Let's look at that again.
Service.
Well
Masangkay.
placed serve.
Causing confusion between the Lady Jet Spikers. Wendy to antepuesto. AC naman, bibigay kay Kat Tolentino to break down that block by Pantino
ties
and
the set
antepuesto.
at 20.
And we're tied at 20-20 of set 1.
Yeah, I remember a timeout ago, Coach Oliver was telling Kat, this is where you target your hits, and
Masangkay.
probably he was right.
Again, great serve by AC.
Choco Mucho now
Boy,
at the
what a
lead.
time for Air Force to crumble here in the first set.
And now it's 21 serving 20.
Look at this serve, it just drops right there.
This time around, they're able to get that. Kat, setting it up for Ila Santos. Mabalik kay Pantino, pero nandun ang mga blockers ng ating Flying Titans. Kat was there.
Yep.
Again, Ila. Oh, great dig there. Si Kim naman nandun. Punta ulit kay Kat Tolentino.
Cross-court shot.
Cross-court hit and a timeout called by Coach Jasper. But look at that, Noreen.
Timeout. Air
That is
Force
exactly
Jacasa.
what Coach O has been asking from Kat Tolentino when she, when she left for that timeout.
Ha? So kung hindi tayo naka one stop nung nag-time out, kailangan i-one stop natin to. Okay? Ha? Malayo pa yan. Kailangan lang natin magkaroon ng kumpiyansa, lalo na sa receive. Okay, tignan nyo yung short ball. Kunin yung short ball. Ha? Short ball. Ano natin, ayusin natin yung formation na receive natin. Lumapit ka ng konti. Sa short ball. Okay? Go. Atin yan.
And in a blink of an eye, it's the Choco Mucho Flying Titans who take the lead. This set 1 with 22 over the 20 of our Lady Jet Spikers.
Substitution, Air Force Jacasa.
Ila Santos.
12.
Again,
Passes.
dominating with all her hits so far here in set 1.
Yeah, she's
2 points up
feeling it.
for Choco Mucho. Here in set number 1.
Of course, Coach
Still
O,
at the service zone.
this is
Set
exactly
number
what he was
He was
hoping
in
for
time.
and what he wants from the team. Again, great serve by AC.
Net touch, Semana.
Net touch by
23,
Wendy and Semana.
You know, Air Force can't seem to buy a first ball, a decent first ball towards the latter part of this first set.
Service. Masangkan.
Ito na nga, 2 points away na lang ang Flying Titans from closing set 1. Antepuesto, pero that was expected. Whoa, strong block there by Pantino. Wendy and Semana again.
Yeah, good save.
AC to Bea De Leon with her signature
De
quick
Leon
hit
with the shoot set.
to lead the Flying
Choco
Titans
Mucho
to a set
now
point.
At
Yeah,
set
you
point
knew.
advantage.
They would go to Bea De Leon. You just knew that. You're just waiting for that.
And you knew that that's what she was going to do. Because that's what she does best.
Yep. Oh,
Again, the first ball seems to be a recurring problem for our Lady Jet Spikers. Ila Santos closing the
Santos
set
lang
for our
ends the
Choco
set.
Mucho Flying
Choco
Titans
Mucho.
with a 25-20 win
20.
over our Philippine Air Force Lady Jet Spikers.
yeah, what a reversal of fortunes here in this first set. If it's any indication of how this match will turn out to be.
That's why you can't let your guard down. That's why we're just going to go on a quick break from this PBL 2019.
Hello to our Kapamilya sports fans worldwide. This is Eliza Baldas. Thank you for watching the set 1 of today's PBL game. Para mapanood ng live ang mga susunod na exciting PBL sets, just go to iWant.ph or sports.abs-CBN.com.